All right, Corey. Let me present you a situation.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to violently shit your pants in exactly 60 seconds. Would you rather be the driver or the passenger? You're in a car.
Okay. I was like, what?
Boom, you're in a car. You will violently shit your pants in 60 seconds. Would you rather be the driver or the passenger?
Worst car salesman ever.
This puppy right here can fit a lot of shit.
Slaps top of ass. This puppy can shit for miles. 60 seconds I'm gonna shit my pants. Would I rather be the driver or the passenger?
Violently shit your pants.
Who would choose driver?
Okay, so here's the scenario.
Unless you're saying I can pull over.
You can.
Okay, well then yeah, I'll drive and I'll pull over. Am I on a bridge?
It's not a good situation to pull over, but you can.
What's not a good situation? Like I'm in traffic?
Yeah.
I've gotten out of traffic to piss before, so I'm good.
You have?
Yeah.
Like you've gotten out of your car?
Yeah, like bumper to bumper traffic, just be like, F it, I'm pissing.
Where did you piss?
On the road. Where else?
So this is simple for you? You
the
chose driver?
car in front of me. Go faster, go.
You chose driver?
It's 60 seconds. I could find a place to pull over in 60 seconds. Around here at least, yeah.
But you're in the middle of traffic.
Pull over on the side of the road.
Where are you shitting?
Forest?
There's no forest. You're on a bridge.
Over the bridge.
Over the bridge?
Over the bridge through the woods. My comes out. That's damn goods. That's them goods.
Okay, Dr. Seuss. This is not the Dr. Seuss we asked for. We have Dr. Seuss at home.
Who chooses passenger if they can pull over? Unless I'm going to get arrested.
Well, as a passenger, you could like open the window and put your ass out the window.
Why?
It's an emergency. You're going to violently your pants. Stop. The clock is ticking. The shot clock. The clock.
If I was driving the car and someone was sitting next to me and they had to and they were like, hey, I'm going to roll down the window. I'm going to shit. I would smack them, make them go unconscious. I would rather them in their own pants.
Really?
Yes.
It's going to get in the car.
It's going to get all over the car.
You okay with that?
If they shit out the window, that's going all over the side of the car.
Yeah, but you can take it to a car wash. Inside the car is way worse than outside the car.
Inside the car wash, I can just throw them out. Ejection seat. Just out the car. It's all in their pants
But cleaning the car is way worse.
It's in their pants. What, are they freeballing it?
Violently it's getting out of the pants.
Have you ever ripped your pants from pooping?
No.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah, but it can escape. If you have enough poop coming out, it can escape.
What's the escape velocity?
No, say they're wearing shorts and it dribbles down their leg all over the seat.
I would just tell them to get a bucket or like their shirt, wrap it around. I don't know.
Get a bucket? Yeah, we're in the middle of traffic driving. Get a bucket.
I keep some weird back in my car.
It's not them though, it's you.
What do you mean?
You're the one in this scenario.
Yeah, but if I'm the passenger, then I'll just get out of the car, call an Uber after I'm done.
You're just not getting back in that car.
Listen, if the person that was with me would just keep going without me, then I didn't want.
What would you actually do if you had to in like the middle of like you're on a bridge, you shat on the bridge? How are you cleaning it?
You don't. You wait for rain.
Not off the car. I'm talking about off of yourself.
Why do you poop on yourself?
You didn't poop on yourself, but you're pooping. Like, how are you cleaning your butt?
If my choices are shit on the side of the road and deal with swamp butt, or shit on myself in the car and deal with thick fucking, I don't even know what you call it, like oil mud butt.
Oil mud butt?
I don't, what's, not swamp ass. It's like.
That's worse than swamp ass. This is like tar ass.
Fuck, quicksand ass. I don't know. Just like, yeah, tar. Tar is probably the word I was looking for. Like a tar pit.
Butt's good too.
Tar pit ass is when you just did it all in the car. You can't go anywhere. Okay. I don't want that. If I have to
that
shit. That
makes sense that you don't want that.
If God smote me with poop.
I don't like smote as a past tense for smite.
If God smote me with poop.
Smited. If God smited me.
If God smote me. If God whispered in my ear with his little smoting grin.
God whispered in your ear. Shit.
Yeah.
And you shat.
Power word shit.
Power word shit.
And it just made me go.
Level 8 D&D spell.
There's nothing I can do about it. Why would I care about the lack of toilet paper to wipe myself afterwards?
Yeah, but what are you doing? Are you packing it in? Are you putting your pants back on and just getting back in the car?
I suppose. I don't have many options after this. It's not like,
this is why I keep a box of tissues in my console.
I only poop in my pristine silver toilet with my
pristine dude wipes
This is why
that smell like mint.
I always have water on me, and I always have tissues
That
on
is
me.
not why you always have water on you.
To drink, yes. But in case there's a scenario in
You
which...
have no. Don't pretend like you're some outdoorsy person. You have never once thought, oh, I have a liter
I'm
of
offended.
water. Yeah, I can wipe my butt if I shit myself.
A portable bidet, yeah. A little bit.
A portable bidet.
I like having water on me
How
in
is it a
scenarios
bidet?
outside of drinking it.
Are you going to hook it up to like a faucet and sprinkle it on your butt? It's not bidet.
I'll figure something out.
You like put water in your hand, do that like trick with water that it like squirts out, like squeeze your hand.
I would like douse my butt with it.
That's not a bidet. That's just water.
That's a bidet. It's just a very, very bad bidet.
It's not a bidet. It's a boudet.
Boudet. A bad day.
It's a bad day. It's not a bidet.
It is a bad
It's a
day.
very bad day.
It is a bad day indeed. And
All right.
welcome back to the podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Corey. This is That's Debatable, and you guys are
People, hopefully. Maybe you're
yeah.
animals.
Any aliens or animals watching this, welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We include anyone. We're inclusive.
We don't like squirrels here.
Squirrel people.
Anyways, if you guys want to watch the full uncut and uncensored version of this podcast, you go to our Patreon link down below.
This poopcast.
Poop. Well, probably.
This one started as a poopcast.
It's your fault. You always talk about poop.
No, I just gravitate towards the physical humor of pooping, farting, and coming.
You gravitate.
Gravitate.
You gravitated this conversation with your poop. Anyways, go to Patreon where you can find the rest of our content, like other podcasts that we do. Or if you guys want to listen to this podcast in an audio form, we have it on Audible, Spotify, and Apple Music. Link down below.
Most importantly, on Patreon, there's going to be an exclusive segment where people on Patreon ask us to talk about some stuff, and you can't see it on YouTube.
Yep,
So if you
we got some
are
juice.
interested, then go over to Patreon and find out.
We got some juice for you.
What
And-
juice do you have for me, Corey?
I have a question today, and it is, I scoured the internet asking people. By asking, I just typed it in and then I found them. How did you find out you got cheated on?
How did you find out you get on?
Yeah.
That's what you
And
found out?
I got some juice. All right. When she left me because she got pregnant and thought it was a different guy's. Turns out it was one of 3 possible dads. Couple years later, and a few paternity tests. And it turns out it was mine.
Okay, Mamma Mia.
Super sperm.
What the fuck,
That
dude?
is Mamma Mia.
That is Mamma Mia.
Wow, you're smart.
But he stayed with her, right?
No, there's no implication that they stayed together. You just found
Turns
out
out
the
it
kid
was
was.
his. Are
yeah.
you obligated to child support if you weren't even sure if you're the father?
So the way that I understand child support is that you are required to support the child. If
Wow. Profound.
I wasn't fucking done. How about you shut your mouth?
Go ahead, Chester.
Shut your mouth when I'm talking to you. If you were found to be the DNA biological, I'm gonna smack someone. If you're found out to be the biological father,
Yes.
and there is no other father, or what?
How is
or-
there supposed to be another father?
I swear to God,
Was
I'm
the
gonna
cum
smack you.
fighting?
I am not done.
Were the 2 nuts like going, hey, I'm gonna knock your ass out if you don't fucking let me in there?
Hey, dumb bitch. I have more to say.
Go ahead.
If you are found to be the biological father, if there is none, or if some poor schmuck wrote on the birth certificate that they are the father.
There's a father on the birth certificate?
Yeah.
What?
do you-
Really?
Oh, you
I didn't know this.
Oh,
I don't know. I've never like looked at my birth certificate. Maybe I'm not alive.
you weren't there when they signed it.
I fucking hope not.
Yeah, they put the parents' names on the birth certificate.
Ah,
And if
that's
you
cool.
sign it and you're not the dad,
Whoops, that's it.
congrats, you're a dad now. Even if they find out it's not yours, you're still on the hook.
But okay, so
So don't sign shit unless you know.
what I'm trying to think is like, what if the guy doesn't want that kid? Are they fucked?
I mean, if it's not theirs and they get the paternity test, that's how they do it. This
Yeah,
guy
but if-
did that, and then he found out
If
it
it's
was his.
theirs, but he found out, hey, she was also sleeping with 3 other people, and it could have been anyone else's. Is he still bound to
The state don't give a fuck.
say if you nutted, you're
Yeah,
You're bound.
If you nutted,
you're bound to the nut?
yeah, that's how it works.
Don't nut where you don't want kitties.
Listen, the government doesn't care. They just they want your money. That's all, and they
Yeah.
want your poor dumb children.
They want that?
Yeah, they want them in the mines. They yearn for the mines.
They yearn for the mines.
Anyways, on to the next one. The prostitute literally banged on the door. When I opened it, she zeroed in on him and threatened to sick her pimp on him for not paying.
Oh, shit.
Not only did this guy get a prostitute, he didn't fucking pay.
That's insane. This guy's up to some tomfoolery.
You can't get a prostitute and not pay.
Yeah.
That's consequences.
That's where pimps actually come into use.
That's their only job. What do you mean that's where they come into use?
They're pretty fucked up, like, as a profession.
Yeah.
Like, you manage prostitutes.
Well, yeah, you're multi-level marketing sex.
Yeah. You're selling butthole and poon and or other things like hands and mouths and eyes.
Do pimps have pimps? Is there like a pimp
Upper
chain?
level pimps?
Yeah, is there a pimp chain?
Who owns the pimps?
Yeah. Imagine you put on your resume. So what have you been doing for work the last couple of years?
I manage pimps.
I've been a pimp middle manager.
No, that's upper management.
No,
the pimp is middle management.
Well, it depends how many pimps there are until the top pimp.
There's only one
You never
layer.
know.
There's layers of pimps?
Yeah, because people like outsourcing.
What does pimp stand for? Player in management position?
I genuinely didn't know it stood for something. I thought it was just a word.
It does. Pimp.
I didn't know it was an acronym.
Yeah, it's an acronym.
How was I supposed to know it's an acronym?
Because fucking 50 Cent told you.
What? He didn't say
P-I-M-P.
That's just spelling.
I don't know how the rest of the lyrics go anymore.
What?
I don't know what you heard about me. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
There are so many songs where they spell words. It doesn't mean it's an acronym.
To make use of often dishonorably for one's own gain
Is
or benefit.
glamorous an acronym because the song GLAMOROUS? It must stand for girls loving all men or
You can stop there.
wriggling. No, that's a W.
Pimp is a slang term with negative connotation. It doesn't have a widely recognized acronym in the way FBI and NASA do.
Aw, you're dumb. It's okay, we knew.
Positive individual. No, okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, player in management position. That was right.
That was a word, and then they made an acronym for it. That's different.
It's 50 Cent's song. We're fine.
I thought it was going somewhere else, and then I kept saying words.
Let's take a shot of bleach for every time
Listen,
you say something
we
that
all
makes me want to
ended here
unhear.
together, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
We were out on a date when she got a phone call. Her fiance had just been in a terrible car accident.
What do you do there, dude? That's
The
that's
karma
fucking
of that
brutal.
is unreal.
Holy shit. What do you do? Do you like, hey, let's go help him?
What do you mean? If you're the person on the date,
Yeah.
or like the cheater?
If you're the cheater, you just go to hell straight. Don't collect 200. Pass, go and die.
Here's the sign of a good person. If you're on a date with someone and they get a phone call and they start crying uncontrollably, my fiance just got killed in a car accident.
Your fiance?
Yes, they say it. And they're crying uncontrollably in the middle of the restaurant. Do you console them or do you just leave? What do you do?
It depends where your state is. Like, are you knowingly cucking someone? Are you...
I imagine that this is knowing how you got cheated on. This is probably not it.
Wait, this is how they found out they were cheated on? How did they find out? Repeat it one more time?
They were the one that got cheated with. Similar, but different.
Oh.
Same, different.
So technically they didn't find out they were getting cheated.
They found out that they were being cheated with.
Okay, that's fair. That's
that's
fair.
fair.
That's It's pretty Awful person.
I think it'd be weird.
Yeah, it'd be fucking uncomfortable. If I'm out on a date with someone, they're like, yeah, my fiance, you're fucking what?
Well, they're crying, so they're not going to say my fiance just died. They're going to be and they're like crying.
Put this in your mouth to stop. Anyways.
Damn, no consoling coming from you. Next time my fiance dies and we're on a date, not going to you for help. The idiot saved her number as my little hoe with a heart.
This could be something else.
That's funny.
It could be like your gardening professional.
No one says that. Also, that's spelled differently.
I don't know how hoe is spelled. I can't see it.
It's got to be spelled differently, right?
How is it spelled here?
H-O-E.
Gardening hoe is spelled the same way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it, though?
Yeah, it is, though.
How about now? Is it?
Yeah, I think it may have changed, actually. Maybe William Dempster.
William Dempster.
Yeah, look it up in the encyclopedia. William Dempster.
All right, I'm going to ask my all-knowing Apple Watch. How do you spell hoe like slut? I don't have an answer for that. Well, thank you so much for that.
I think that's an H-O.
Is it H-O?
No, I think it's an H-O-E. They're both H-O-Es.
Is it?
A hoe is an ancient and versatile agricultural and horticultural hand tool used to fuck.
What?
Got him.
So you're saying that the plausible deniability is this guy had a number saved in his phone as like my little gardener.
Okay, to be fair though.
If I had a house gardener, I could see myself putting their contact. My phone is my little hoe.
I would actually name a gardening company My Little Hoe.
Imagine this. You're dating someone or you're married to someone and they catch your phone, they scroll through and they're like, who the is this?
Way worse.
My Little Hoe.
Bank statement, $300 to My Little Hoe.
Well, that's different because okay, imagine it's in your phone and you have it as My Little Hoe.
Cash App, My Little Hoe.
And your partner finds it and you're just like giggling and you're like, call him. And it like goes to voicemail. Yeah, gardening and contracting work.
That's a great like cover up business.
Probably. You probably fucked. You're in the doghouse for that.
That's a good, okay,
Yes.
I lagged out. My argument against that is, what if that was a past thing?
What do you mean a past thing? Like you have a number in your phone that says My Little Hoe? That was like,
from someone like 10 years ago.
Don't worry, babe. That's for my slut face. Oh, it's all good now.
Yeah, literally.
I guess.
You can't control that. Like someone
I do have numbers in my phone that I have no idea who they are.
If fucking Jessica from 5 years ago messages you and says, hey, like, I miss you. Can you give me some Pinot?
It depends on like if you can check the statements, like when's the last time you called or texted them. I have plenty of numbers in my phone that if someone like did a game where like we're gonna go through your phone and text or call them, I genuinely don't know who they're going to.
We get it. You're cool.
No, this is an uncool thing. No, this is a lot of people that really I tried talking to and they didn't talk back.
That is uncool.
No, it's not that.
We'll pretend it is.
Well, it's not that. I found people's numbers in the back of my school yearbook and they didn't call me.
That's actually really depressing.
When I saw her reflected in his sunglasses in a picture that he texted me. That's some snooping.
Yeah,
that's detective work.
If you're looking at something that closely, then trouble is afoot.
When I saw her reflected in his sunglasses in a picture that he texted me.
So he was out with someone and
so he was out with his girl, or he's out with a girl, cheating girl.
Extra girl.
He's out with his side girl. And he took a photo that he sent you, being like, look at me, I'm having a great day.
Gotta be more careful than that.
And then she's like, wait a minute.
Who are you having a great day with?
Enhance.
Bitch? Enhance. Criminal Minds got in there, and Goob said, well, actually, the current predicament of the situation states that based on the refraction of your glasses, this person is only 2 feet away from you and likely within the bubble of a comfortable space, meaning that they are someone you are likely hooking up with.
Jarvis, enhance that thought. Jarvis.
Unzip pants.
No, bad. Jarvis, wipe me up. I'm sad. He pocket dialed me while bragging about it to a coworker. The universe really had my back on that one.
While bragging about it? While bragging about cheating?
Yeah, apparently.
Honestly? Yeah. Karma got you in the ass and
I have
you're
a question.
Bitch.
How the fuck do you butt dial someone with a smartphone? I've had it happen to me multiple times. Not like I did it. Someone's butt dialed me. How does that happen?
My mom does it all the time. Probably once a week.
Is your ass like sentient? Is it like and it's just calling people?
Have you seen those memes where it's like what somebody's
I drop my phone.
does?
Yeah, and it's just like
it's like someone's hand going through a pocket.
Yeah.
And fin dangling it.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like, oh no, babe, I didn't mean to do that. And it's like they dropped, I don't know, a guitar on their dick and their dick starts playing like Hotel California.
Damn, son, your is talented.
I don't know.
What that meat do? See, everyone asks what that mouth do, but what that meat do?
No one asks what the meat do.
Why?
Because you know.
No one wants to know.
It's implied.
No one wants to know what the meat does.
Some people do.
Fuck around and find out. Literally.
Yeah.
Take it.
I want to be a fly on the wall in that conversation. How does it even start? Yeah, Brian from accounting. Guess what I did last week?
I fucked someone who wasn't my wife.
I fucked this girl. And he's like, good for you. No. It gets better. I also already had a girl. And he's like, so you're just like player? Like you just
That's right.
You like get with multiple girls? He's like, no. Like I'm like, one of them's my girlfriend, but I cheated on her with another girl. Oh. So you're a douchebag. Okay. I
have like, I remember like back in high school or something, like having a friend, like knowing they have a girlfriend and they're like talking about this girl they're interested in, like wanting to hit her up. And I'm like, I kind of like hit them with the homework question of like,
the homework question?
You know, like you're the asshole that like asked the teacher, it's like, hey, Miss Cowbell, you forgot. I pulled random word out of my ass. Don't worry. Word association. Miss Cowbell, you forgot to assign us homework. And then everyone's like, ew, dude. But you're doing this to a person out of goodwill. Like you're like, hey, dude, don't you have a girlfriend? Why are you talking to somebody else?
Well, if it's a friend of mine, I'd be... If it's a friend of mine, I'd say something. If it's not someone that I'm a friend with, I'd probably just walk away mid-conversation and be like, that's gross.
Yeah. That's not the flex you think it is, bro.
I get the same vibe that some boomer people, like friends of parents and stuff, they'll be like, my wife, she's such a fucking nag. Can't wait to go out and like drink and not have to talk to my fucking wife. She just give me food and then fuck and then leave. It's like, why are you married? What do you want?
Sag.
This is a person that you want to spend. You have no other friends. So you're spending your whole life with?
A lot of people spend their lives with someone they do not want to spend their life with, but they have no other options.
I'm an introvert, so maybe I'm different. I would much rather be by myself than be with someone like that. That sucks.
Yeah, but now you're 10 years deep. You have 2 spawns that you've created together. You share the house, you share cars, you share bank accounts. Some people don't like untangling that.
I'd untangle that mess. I would unmonkey paw that shit.
What if your pubes are stuck together?
Gross. I'm sorry that you had to speak.
Next.
All right. My ex left her email logged on my computer. First dozen were Craigslist personals. Found out she got spit roasted in New Orleans by 2 construction workers.
Dude, spit roasted has to be the worst fucking term I've ever heard.
It is. I don't like it.
It's so bad.
When I was younger, I used Eiffel Towered.
Eiffel Tower was so much better, but spit roasted is so much dirtier.
Spit roasted sounds gross. Eiffel Tower sounded romantic. Like it's Paris. It's like, ooh, we're doing an adventure.
Ooh, we're just fucking sandwiching this pile of meat.
Spit roasted sounds like, all right, you take the head, I'll take the foot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, spit roasted sounds like some fucking redneck dirty shit, like in the mountains, like you're getting your teeth pulled out.
It sounds like you're getting gangbanged by Cletus and Fetus.
Yeah, as soon as I heard spit roasted, I was like, I'm out, bro.
That's so gross.
If you found out you were getting cheated on, and then you found out you're getting cheated on by someone who's using Craigslist to find people to cheat with, they're not even trying to get something special. They're trying to get raw dogged by some nasty shit.
I have had this conversation with someone in the past, and I'm curious. What would make you feel worse? Getting cheated on someone who objectively is better than you, or objectively worse than you?
I don't know. I don't want to answer that question.
Like, objectively better is like they're more attractive, they are richer, they are like more famous. Like, just undeniably, they're a better catch in every way.
Okay.
Like, even like you could say you're a good person, they're a better person. They give to charity.
Probably worse, dude.
Or worse person. Very obvious what that is.
Probably worse.
You would rather get cheated on and they chose a worse person?
Yeah, because then at least I could just remove that person that cheated on me and like completely like, okay, obviously you're stupid.
I think I agree. I think that
if you get cheated on by somebody better, you got cucked. Like you literally got cucked, dude.
I think if I got cheated on by someone better, it'd make me be like, fucking, damn it, I'm gonna be thinking about
I have to improve myself as a person.
I'm gonna be thinking about it for the rest of my life. Like, that's what I lost to. Fuck.
Yeah, like that would suck.
But if I got cheated on and they chose someone worse, I'm like, you know what? You can have him. I don't have any competition.
You're stupid anyway.
I don't have any competition. It's that you have low self-esteem and daddy issues or something.
Yeah.
Or something.
At the end of the day, we all have daddy issues.
Unless you don't have a dad.
Most of us.
Can you have daddy issues if you're raised by 2 moms?
Honestly, great debate. Let's save it for the future. Don't want to get into that right now.
All right. The other girl was wearing my clothes in front of me.
That's fucked.
Where
did she get them?
From the guy. Imagine you've bought clothes for your partner before. They bought clothes for you. Imagine.
Oh my God.
Imagine you bought a hoodie for your girl and then she gave it to her guy. You bought her like a nice oversized hoodie that she sleeps in.
No. She would have taken one of my pieces of clothing and given it to another guy.
Oh, true. That's even worse. She's like, I want to take your hoodie because that means that you're mine.
Instead, I got a fucking awesome picture of my girlfriend's dog wearing my hoodie. And that's love, dude. Hold on. I gotta show you
You're basically
this.
the same species, so it's fine.
I am a dog. I've actually grown to understand.
Got that dog in me.
No, I have dog in me, but I am also dog.
I got that dog in me. I like kibble.
I really like walks. I like getting scratched. I like being fed.
You rub your ass on the carpet.
Yeah, so I'm a dog. Let me show you this.
You do bark when trucks drive by.
I do.
You have done that multiple times. When Nick used to live in this room that we're filming in, and this is the house that I live in currently, when Amazon would drive by, you would look out the window expectantly. Multiple times.
I didn't bark. That was when we were in LA filming in body paint.
No, that was here. It was before your mattress came in. That is cool. That is a good photo.
How do I show this to
Send it to Shouts.
Okay.
Do you not remember when you were here and you were waiting for your mattress and you would wait by the window every time Amazon would come by? It was like a solid month because your mattress...
Oh, I do remember that because Brandon's girlfriend at the time would make fun of me for it.
Yeah. Your mattress got delayed, I think, by like a solid month.
I need to send this on Discord.
Oh, it was so funny. I think that if I saw a guy in public wearing my hoodie that I know was mine and he's with the girl that I was dating, it would throw me.
That would piss you off, but how do you know it's your hoodie?
I would probably rip it off him. I would be like, that's mine. Give it back. And how would you know it's your hoodie? What if there's a stain on it that like you know?
Like your cum stain. Like
no,
it was your...
No. Why would you have a cum stain on your own hoodie?
Huh?
Why would you have that stain on your own hoodie?
To know it's yours. Ownership. Dude, this is you wouldn't understand because you're not dog-like.
Oh, I wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't mark a tree to show that it's your tree.
That's piss and not cum, and you're not a dog,
Same
except
difference.
you kind of are in every other horrible way.
Same difference.
If I have a hoodie, let's say it's a gray, like a lighter color
I would
hoodie.
be livid.
If I love going to Hot Pot. I'm also a messy when I eat Hot Pot.
You know where those red oil stains are.
If I saw a gray, like navy hoodie that I gave...
Gray navy hoodie.
Yeah, like gray. It says navy on it.
Oh, okay. Navy is a color, you fucking
It's
twat.
also a clothing company, you fucking dumbass.
No, that's Old Navy.
Oh, sorry.
Old Navy. You're obviously a bitch for Old Navy. Yeah, you didn't even know you were wearing Old Navy.
I knew that I liked the
Dumbass.
shirt. Let me get to my point, and then I'll get back to smacking you later. If you have like some stains on your shirt, and like it's small.
Not cum?
It's no.
Okay.
Bad.
Maybe cum.
I'm going to get a spray bottle at some one of these days. If you have like some small stains that aren't obvious, but you know they're there, and they're on your sweatshirt, and your girlfriend takes it, and then you find out that it was given to another guy. Even if I wasn't being cheated on, if I gave...
I'd make new stains on that shirt.
If
It'd be blood stains, because I'd stab the guy.
If my ex had one of my hoodies, because like you just share and then you break up and you're like, I don't want that back, keep it.
Yeah.
And then they gave it to another guy and I ran into them in public knowing it's my hoodie, that would make me feel so fucking weird.
I'm trying to think about this because this could literally happen.
I don't think I would have grounds to like do anything about it, but it would make me feel so weird.
But if you gave a piece of clothing to somebody and they kept wearing it after you broke up,
okay,
that's okay.
Psychological warfare. I would tell him. I'd be like, hey buddy, that used to be mine. Psychological warfare.
But he could psychological warfare you back, Jedi mind tricks, like being like, okay, and it was given to me now.
No, I'm saying I don't want it back.
I banged her in it.
I don't want it back.
Dun dun dun.
If I got a hoodie from a girlfriend as a present and then I found out from someone else, like, hey, that was mine, and then she gave it to me,
that would turn
I would
into
burn it. I would not want to wear that.
I would turn into a really weird tug of war, masculinity alpha dog contest that I wouldn't want to partake in.
It's not alpha dog. I personally would feel super uncomfortable if I was wearing a hoodie that belonged to another guy who gave that to a girlfriend. And then she gave it to me. Like some fucking re-gifted fruitcake.
That would feel pretty insulting.
It would be, it'd be insulting for one. I'd have some words for her.
But I don't think that would be...
But I would never want to wear that again. That's gross.
It would be insulting as the guy receiving the hoodie.
And the one who got it taken, too.
Yeah, actually.
It's both.
The girl's just...
Yeah, in every way.
That.
You, imaginary Melanie, whatever your name is.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
God, I hope you don't have good tasting coffee.
Whoa. Harsh.
I hope your coffee tastes like burnt piss.
You really hit him where it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I showed Melanie.
Burnt piss.
Yeah. Burnt piss. You like put piss
No, I don't want to know.
in a container and you put it in the oven and heat it up.
We're done with that. No need for specificity. We're good. I don't need to know the boiling point. I'm good. All right, this person said phone bill. She was texting some random number 600 times a month. You know, that sounds like a lot, but
that's some boomer shit.
600 is not that many.
Okay, the fact that they have texts on their phone bill and they're not free means this happened over 12 years ago.
Oh, you don't have unlimited? Maybe you deserve to be cheated on. I thought I recognized the number, so I put it in my phone. It was my friend. That sucks.
What if they were just talking about how to surprise you for your birthday?
You know, that's some plausible deniability.
Not 600 messages, though, because I've texted a girlfriend's friend asking to help plan a surprise.
Maybe they're a chatter. I don't know.
600 messages is a lot more.
What if they're the kind of person that sends like multiple messages instead of like a whole paragraph, but like it's like a single sentence? They just broke it up.
Doesn't matter. 600 is way too much.
They're like, ha, space, new message. Ha, that's so funny. I can't believe you suggested that gift. She would love that. That's already 5.
Ha, ha, ha. That's a psychopath. You send 3 individual ha's? I assume you're like the Joker and I'm never talking to you again. Fuck. Ha, ha, ha. Blocked. Nope. Blocked. Nope. Stay in the corner.
You're a multiple
Crazy bitch.
You're a multiple message person.
Yeah, I send lines, but if you send me 3 individual letters and it's not intended to like spell out like bazoinkadoink,
What?
I don't know, BAZA.
I think I could see myself sending 3 ha's individually, but if it's sarcastic and I'm not actually laughing, I'm gonna be like, ha, ha, ha.
Blocked.
I would do that if like you said a joke and I'm like pretending to laugh. It's my sarcasm laugh.
Thanks.
Okay, this person said, time I got cheated on, most memorable. Oh God, that means there's more than one.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Most memorable was when I was working as a nurse's aide in a hospital. He showed up at work and I asked why he was there. Wasn't expecting him. This is going in a bad direction.
He was this person was a nurse's aide at a hospital. A guy showed up.
Her boyfriend showed up.
Oh, her boyfriend. You didn't specify that. Okay.
He. Who else would he be?
A fucking random dude. Go ahead.
I was working as a nurse's aide in a hospital. He showed up at work and I asked why he was there. Wasn't expecting him. So he told me that his friend was upstairs in labor. It was his baby. That's uncomfortable.
Wait.
I know you're confused,
I'm
but we
confused
can break this
because
down.
Okay, go ahead.
Girl works in hospital.
Don't say this like I'm stupid because this is hard to follow.
Go work in the hospital in the NICU unit. She works with babies. She gives birth to babies. She works as a nurse aide for babies. Boyfriend walked into hospital. Why is he here? Oh my hi, boyfriend. Why are you here?
I can't even understand you now. Now I'm just getting angry.
Good. Feel the anger. Listen better. He says, I'm here for my friend who's giving birth. She's like, oh my God, you're so supportive. Why are you here for your friend? He's like, well, actually, it's also my baby. She's also a friend. I forgot to mention that. And she's
So
like,
who's being cheated on in this equation?
the girl who's the nurse. The girl who's the nurse. Boyfriend walks to hospital.
Her boyfriend walked in.
Her boyfriend walks to hospital.
That's all. Okay, wait. Now read the original again and let me see if I can.
My most memorable when I was working as a nurse's aide in a hospital. He, implying my boyfriend, oh, good, you missed.
You.
Well, you're not very good at paying attention. I was working as a nurse aide in a hospital. He walked in to take care of a baby from his friend. That was also his baby. How would it be his baby? He cheated.
Yeah, I didn't get the fact that.
Or he was like,
You never specified that it was the boyfriend that walked in.
I read the fucking thing verbatim. What do you mean specified?
Yeah, but you knew the detail at the end. I don't know. It was hard to listen and understand. Maybe I'm dumb. I think the real
yes,
truth here
that's
is
a
that
given.
you're a cock.
It's a given. You're dumb.
a cock.
The story, the
You're
whole
a cock and you should feel
the
bad.
premise of this is tell me a time that you got cheated on.
And you already presented me with someone that did
So
not.
the POV person probably got cheated on, right?
Yeah, but you presented to me one earlier that wasn't the POV person getting cheated on.
Yeah, but then I specified that it wasn't after that.
Fuck you. That's the moral of the story here.
Stop being so dumb. All right, this is a call and response one. Ready? She told me, where are the leftovers?
Where are they?
Me. I ate them. Oh my God. She puts her hand on her face and says, you know what? I f***ed your friend.
Honestly?
That's petty as
Petty as fuck, but don't eat my leftovers, dude. I will fuck your friend.
I could see you saying that and then be like, actually, I didn't, but I just want to make you mad.
I don't think that's used loosely as a like a threat of a.
You don't think you
threat.
could just throw that as like an expletive? People are like,
no.
Fuck. Like people are like fuck or shit, but you're like, I f*** your friend. It's like
If
it's
I
like
was
a whole
reaching
phrase.
for my Nespresso for my morning coffee,
Yeah.
and there was no pods left, and I was like, and I pointed at my girlfriend and said, "Hey, did you take the last Nespresso pod?" And she was like, "Yeah, I made coffee with it." And I was like, "Well, I fucked your friend as a joke." I don't think that's very cash money.
Okay, well, there are a lot of gasp phrases. There's a lot of gasp phrases in the world.
Gasp phrases.
Yeah. Fuck is like an expletive phrase. Or Jesus H. Christ. Or
Cheez-Its and rainbows.
Jiminy Crickets. Or Gee Willikers. Don't know what they mean.
Okay.
Why can't I your friend be one of those?
I don't think it just rolls off the tongue like that. Like you're about to crash in a car and you're slamming your brake. You're like, I fucked your friend. And the person's your girlfriend sitting next to you in the passenger seat's like, you what?
She won't have time. She's dead.
Grabs the nuts, crushes them.
I think it could work. Just let's have it catch on. Start making expletive phrases instead of just saying like or make it something uncomfortable. See how it works. Be like, you stub your toe. I never loved you.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, I was playing disc golf like a few weeks ago, and we were playing outside of an elementary school. This hole was like, I don't know, less than 100 feet from where the kids were playing soccer. Mm-hmm. And I was throwing at the hole, and naturally I hit one of the trees in front of me, and it like veered off to the completely wrong direction.
Naturally, yeah.
And I yelled, "Fucking whore!"
Naturally.
Probably wrong.
Probably on the list.
Not good.
Probably on the list. Yeah. Probably not allowed back there.
More than likely.
A girl texted me and asked if I was single because she saw my girlfriend making out with someone at a party. That's awful. You got told secondhand my girlfriend was making out at a party with another guy, so I assumed you're single.
That's not that bad.
That's pretty bad.
No, I'm texting the girl back, yeah, I am. You want to go out?
I mean, yeah, you get to move on immediately.
That's a good scenario.
It's probably
Fuck her.
It's probably like the most closed circle
I know
kind
exactly what I'd do from that point on. That girl's cute.
You got a text from someone who like has a crush on you. You're like,
Giggity.
hey, are you single? I saw your girlfriend making out with someone at a party, so like you're single, right? And he's like, I know what I'm doing tonight.
Actually, that could be bait.
Oh.
That could be bait.
Oh.
Because I just thought out that scenario. That could be bait. That's wrong. You have to confirm.
That's like fucking 5D chess.
Not really.
If that was bait,
bro.
If that was bait and it was
That's
like a
easy
test,
bait.
if it was like a test, I would definitely talk to my partner.
I don't think it's
first.
a test. I think different kind of bait.
Some people do tests like that.
No. Yeah, you're right. That's
I fucking hate
I
tests.
think that's fucked up. But that could not be a test. That could be that girl wants to sleep with you and she's making up shit.
Oh.
And then you act on it. What are you going to tell your girlfriend that didn't actually do it? Hey, yeah, this random girl that I banged.
That's such a situation.
Yeah.
Because like now it's in your head and there's no proof. So how are you going to like figure out if they're telling the truth or not?
Yeah, that's fucked.
Because like you can be like, oh, like, do you have any proof? Like I need to know. And she's like, I left the party. Like they're not doing it anymore. I don't have any photos. And you're like, well, now it's in the atmosphere. Is this real or not?
Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do there.
And then if it's not true, you don't want to like hold a grudge against your partner. But if it is or you're not sure, now you have to like just go on and move on with your life thinking that they're cheating. Now you're going to be anxious and you're going to look through their phone all the time.
Sag?
That's like a diabolical way to break someone up.
Yeah, this has some layers of f***itude.
Oh my! If you want to break someone up, and this is a shitty life advice. If you want to break someone up, hire a stranger, like a tertiary friend of yours. Pay them like $20, and then have them text your expecting person who's in a relationship, being like, "Hey, I saw your partner out making out with somebody." Give them a few people that they may or may not know, being like, "Hey, I saw your partner making out with a guy in a suit, bald head, weird mustache." And then the guy's like, oh, "That's your boss." Like, make it specific.
Bezos?
He doesn't have a mustache.
Not right now. He doesn't.
But if you make it specific, they'll be like, "I have this information. What do I do with it?" And then they're broken up.
And now,
really bad advice.
The plan.
And then you go to hell because that's awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right, that was it.
Oh, that's all of them?
Yeah, that was all of them. I
was
ran
good.
through them. There's some pretty things you can do to cheat on people or get caught cheating or you
Are
get
there
cheated.
good things you can do to cheat on people?
Yeah. Don't or tell them about it before you do it.
Hey, what are you up to? Oh, you're just eating dinner. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna bang someone right now. I don't know if this is a good time. I just figured I'd tell you. Don't wait up for me. Is good?
Listen, it puts the ball in your court.
If you're about to be cheated on, would you rather have the person tell you?
Yeah.
Really?
As opposed to what? Never know? Or I learn like 20 years later? Yeah. I'd rather know immediately and be like, all right, peace. See ya. See ya next Tuesday.
I guess if someone tells you they're about to cheat on you, they really like... Maybe they do have more respect for you. If someone's about to tell you that they're going to cheat on you, do they have more
respect for you?
No, do they have more or less respect for you?
I think it's an equal amount of nothing.
Yes, they're cheating on you, which is disrespectful, but they're telling you, which is respectful.
No, because if they're telling you in a gloating way, then it's not respectful.
Oh, like bragging?
Yeah.
Guess who I'm about to fuck tonight? It's not you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, hey, listen, I'm going to go and fuck this dude I met at a bar. Either you can stick it out or I'm leaving you.
Or do you want to join?
No, that's not even an option.
There's room.
No. You can come back and smell it. That's all. That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful.
I would rather be told so I can end it on my terms. If I had to then find out on my own, it sucks.
That's when you end the call by saying, "You're not cheating because we're not together anymore."
True.
Bitch.
That's some petty.
I banged your mom last night.
The thing is, you wouldn't say that because that's something you would think you were going to say after like 3 days in the shower. You're like, fuck, I should have said that.
That wouldn't click in the moment.
No, in the moment, you're like,
you would text them later.
they call you.
Texting.
They call you being like, so I'm about to cheat on you with this guy. Just letting you know. Ultimatum, balls in your court. I don't really care. You can break up with me or not, but I'm going to do it. And then maybe we'll see where this goes. And then you're on the phone, be like, don't, please. And then she hangs up. And then later you text, well, actually it's not cheating because we're not together anymore. And then it's left on red. And you're like, are you there?
Oh God, dude. That makes me think of like in porn. Because I guarantee this has happened to someone.
Wait, you cheated on in porn?
I fucking hope not. But no, I'm talking about how like there's a scene where like someone's talking to their boyfriend and being banged by someone else in the moment. Yeah, that's not that crazy, dude.
What are you watching?
Porn?
Cleared it up. Sorry, I misheard you before. I thought you said corn. Huh.
No, but it adds a level of, I don't know, some type of like some interest to it, I guess. It's not a good thing, but can you imagine that actually happening? You're talking to your significant other and you don't know.
It would be so obvious. There's no one in the world who like fucks that quietly and actually enjoys it. Unless you're trying to get off on the fact that you're doing it while your partner's listening. But even then,
I think that's
like,
part of it.
You're like, so, what do you want to do tonight?
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm just...
I have diarrhea.
I'm just doing laundry.
It's like, you could call me back when you're done. It's like, no,
really this is important. What do you want? Do you want rice or potatoes for? Oh God, it's so big for dinner.
You have one
What's
of those,
so big? The rice. No, the potatoes. The potatoes are
terrible
huge.
Conversations like, so what do you want to eat later? I don't really care. Whatever you want. And then you're like, oh, that's weird. But
I'm about to finish. What are you finishing? Dinner. What?
Do you want like Chipotle? And like, I had Chipotle last week. What else you want? You have to go through the whole conversation.
What? You're coming over?
You want Pizza Hut? I'm coming. You want Pizza Hut that bad? All right, fine. Yeah, sure.
I got you.
All right, cool. No one ever says that about Pizza Hut.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's
never happened. Not a single time. No one's ever gotten that far.
I guarantee someone's been cheated on during the phone call.
You have to be like an invalid to like not understand that's happening. Or the sex has to be terrible.
That could be part of the kink though, to be quiet.
It'd have to be such bad sex.
Just quiet, bro.
Like you can't be like making noise, no creaking, no rhythmic thumping, no moaning.
No rhythmic thumping?
Yeah, rhythmic thumping.
Is that like a qualifier for sex? Like,
is it a qualifier?
Like, hey, how's the sex? The rhythmic thumping.
Hey,
is
well, you see
solid.
the guy in the field? He's made it into the qualifiers for sex with his rhythmic thumping. Yes, I hear it. Rhythmic thumping is qualified. Yes, he's gonna make it for the championships this year. Excellent. He's facing off against queefing.
Oh God, I didn't expect that one. Oh, what the is the competition between rhythmic thumping and queefing?
I don't know. I don't know where we're going.
Like, would you need to like
rhythmic
rock
thumping
a bed?
is sex.
Like, okay, instead of a drum, you have a bed, and you have to thrust into the bed to rock it.
There is literally only 3 things that cause rhythmic thumping. There's more, but I'm saying 3. Shut up.
There's literally only 3. There's more.
There is drums or percussion in general. There is the laundry machine, and then there's sex. That's it. That was the only things that make rhythmic thumping.
No.
Yes.
Woodpeckers?
That's not rhythmic thumping.
What is that?
That's pecking.
Listen, you can't go
thumping
around
is a
here.
deep, booming sound.
Okay, a jackhammer. That's construction happening
thumping.
outside. What is that?
Jacking. It's making like a ping sound.
I'm gonna ping your head
thumping.
with my
Thump is like a soft sound.
You know, thump is not a soft sound.
Oh yeah? You remember the bunny from
It's a
Bambi?
deep
What was his
sound.
name? What was his name? Thumper.
Thumper is not a soft. That's a misnomer.
Thump is a dulled
That's a misnomer.
sound.
No, thump is a big.
It's
like,
a dulled.
it's
It's a dulled boom. That's a thump. Yeah, your hand's
That's
fucking
loud.
soft. No, it's not a loud. It's a dulled, rounded sound. A squishy.
I see what you're getting at.
You have a fleshy,
I see what you're
soft
getting at.
hand. It's not a hard sound.
Fleshy, soft hand.
If I hit this with my knuckle, that's a knock, not a thump.
Okay, a thump is a soft.
Yeah, if I said, "Hey, can you knock on that door?" I'm not gonna. Hey, can you thump on that door?
Well, then you're just f***ing weird.
Exactly.
Because you knock doors. You don't thump doors.
Because it's not a thump. A thump is with a big fleshy part hitting another part. It's softer. Exactly. Learn some basic math.
Yeah. Okay.
Rhythmic thumping.
What defines it as rhythmic?
It has rhythm.
Why can't it
I know
be-
you don't know music that well.
Why can't it be
Arrhythmic? That'd be terrible sex. Yeah, just like that. No, what before? No, the other one.
deeper? Wait, shallower. Wait, no. I don't know. Just stop. No, don't. Just stop.
Next time you have sex, try being arrhythmic and tell me how it goes.
Arrhythmic. Awful.
All right. Well, what else? I have some stuff that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think about it in a second.
You have some stuff you want to talk about?
Let me see. There was some stuff that happened this week. I'm trying to remember.
What happened? You got out of bed?
I did. I got out of bed.
Did you leave the house besides for us filming?
I went to the gym and I've been doing well at the gym recently.
Good
Getting
boy.
stronger.
Is someone cheering you on?
Yeah. I get cheered in Superhuman. There's a little shout out for that app.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna have a link. I don't have one yet.
Our mutual best friend is working on a fitness app.
Yes, it is very good. It
Very
is
cool.
not available to all public people, just some.
Sons.
Some. But it's a
Sons.
fitness tracker app. But it's very good. You can cheer for people. Some people cheer for me. You don't.
I tried. No, I do.
Tried.
I try. When I see it, I do.
I only open the app like when I'm
Dude,
working
I've
out.
been motivating you to work out for the last like 3 months. I've been asking you,
Haven't
hey.
cheered me. So you suck.
I've dragged your ass out to the gym for years.
To be fair, you are still not up there with how I've disappointed somebody. When I was in college, pretty much the entire year, I think actually 2 years, because I lived with this person for like 2 years. Once in a dorm where he was down the hall, and once in a house after that.
And when was the last time you've spoken to this person?
In college, so like 10 years ago.
They didn't even keep up with the roommate.
But every day, literally every day, they would walk down my hall, like walk down the hall to my room, be like, "Hey, you want to work out and go to the gym?" And I'd be like, maybe.
I got a lot going on. You know what
I was doing?
Playing Super Smash, drooling, eating glue.
This was the semester that I dropped out of all my classes.
So you did nothing.
So for about 4 months, whatever the semester length was, did absolutely nothing.
What were you doing on a day-to-day basis? Like, how were you existing?
I think I watched a lot of shit TV. There was a show called Greek I watched.
So you're doing the same thing we do now?
I watched like a lot of drama shows. I watched that. For the first time I watched Entourage. I watched a lot of TV. But I had one class a week.
Did you feel good about yourself?
And it was an hour long, Wednesdays, intro to acting. For 4 months is all I did.
Wow.
And every day, this guy named Seth would walk down my hallway into my room and be like, "Hey, you want to work out today?" I'd be like, maybe, I don't know. And I would go to the gym like once every in a while, and it would get his hopes up, and I never did.
Did you like working out with him?
Yeah, I don't ever liked working out with people. I like going with people.
That's because you're a fucking hermit.
No, because I like listening to music when I work out and like not chatting.
You can listen to music while working out with someone.
Because then you're not working. You're working out next to them.
Yeah.
I'm down to be in the same room with someone, or like even share an equipment.
Hey, do you want to go work out in the same room together, bro?
I mean, that's pretty much what it was. It was like you want to drive to the gym together and then like work out and then cool off together.
That's how working out with you has always been. Awful.
Well, that's because
gym partner.
You have zero routine.
What?
Yeah, what? I will check your history right now.
Push, pull, legs. Push, pull, legs. Mr. Lower day is 0 leg workouts.
It is not. It is leg workouts. And you cannot say in any...
What do you mean I have no routine?
You have no routine.
How?
You want to go through right now and check your
yes.
Yeah, check. Check the last like 3 workouts you did.
Okay.
Actually, no, 3 isn't a pattern. Check out like the last 6 you did. It'll be, I did my workout, and then I did Brandon's workout, and then I did Wayman's workout, and then I did my
Doing
workout.
different workouts doesn't mean you don't have a routine.
Sure it does.
No, it doesn't.
You're not doing them consistently.
It is consistent if you're going 4 days a week.
You're like a quantum computer, a Schrodinger's workout.
You're brain dead. Okay. Yesterday, disc golf and pickleball.
I don't care about
2
those
days
parts.
ago, pool. 4 days ago, push, pickleball, and walk.
When
6
you say
days ago,
push and pull, what are you doing? Is it just push, just pull, no other things, no
what
lesser
is just
things?
pull?
Well, because sometimes you did pull with arms.
Push is chest, triceps, shoulders.
Yes, that's what they are. Is that what
Pull
you're doing?
Is yes. What do you mean?
Because I know that wasn't what you were doing before.
What do you mean?
When you said I want to do a push day, and then you went and did some arm shit, you throw them in there. You threw them in.
Arms are part of push.
Only one part of arms
Tricep,
is.
yes.
You did the other arm.
I don't know what the fuck you're getting at, bitch.
You have
I have a good routine.
You have like a mystical. You have like a cryptid with your workouts.
I have
it's
a good
never
routine.
the same place. Never the same
No,
one.
I just mix it up, and I think people should be able to mix up their workouts.
I'm not
it's
saying you
fun.
shouldn't. I'm just saying that you are not consistent. You don't have a routine.
I'm very consistent.
No.
I go 4 days a week. I'm very
You're
consistent.
arrhythmic. You have arrhythmic thumping is the name of your
I
routine.
do push pull legs and I mix up the workouts I do, but that keeps it fun and that keeps me going to the gym, and I think that's significantly better than I'm gonna do the same push day, pull day, and leg day for 3 months.
That's how an actual plan is.
Okay, and someone might like that. I'm not that someone.
Multiple someones do.
Yeah, and there's people that like variety.
I
Don't yuck my yum, boy.
I'm yucking your yum. You don't even have a yum. You have a. I'm yucking your
Listen,
random assortment.
you
of
started
things.
working out for the first time in the last month.
That is not true.
You took like forever off.
You're saying that the first time I've ever touched a weight.
Yeah, you've never lifted before.
Yeah, this month.
Yeah,
is
your
the first
muscles
time.
just fabricated themselves.
Yeah.
In,
I actually inject myself with oils. I just fill up my muscles.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
You're a synthol abuser.
It's not synthol. It's vegetable oil. I can't afford that.
True. Okay. Yeah, well, silly me.
Yeah.
Little Jew boy using.
Sometimes I run out. Sometimes I use conditioner. I run out and I just.
Oh God! Can you actually imagine injecting conditioner?
My muscles are a little bit squishy, but they smell great.
you flex
They're
your
super
bicep,
hydrated.
it explodes, and then you guys are like, "Anybody got some hair they need conditioning for?"
Your muscles a little bit lumpy, but my God, is it oily? It's just moisturized.
I don't think that's a good compliment.
It's moisturized.
Wow, your muscles are moist and lumpy.
Yeah. I think there's someone out there who'd be like, wow, moist and lumpy. Hell yeah.
Ew.
Somebody out there is like, that describes me.
Anyways, don't insult my routine. I go 4 days a week. I
Listen,
like
I
my
didn't
routine.
insult your routine. I insulted you.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. There we go.
Shall we debate
Well, no, what was your question first?
about what?
Didn't you have a question?
Oh, like okay, all right.
Tell me about your little adventure.
You walk up to the urinal, just guy things. Walk up to your urinal. I'm on the taller end, so naturally not all of the urinal dividers have the ability to block unintended line of sight. If you know what I'm getting at.
Why do you make it sound like you need defense to not look at someone's dick?
So you walk over and you're just glancing around while you're taking a leak, and you accidentally look over at
I
someone's
like how
knee.
you did a whole neck roll.
You just-
it's like, when I'm taking a leak, I just go, all the way
I-
around town. Go all the way around
Listen,
town.
I do crack my neck. I'm sure you've adjusted your neck to look at a girl's butt.
What? No.
Anyways, yes. Don't. And now I know you're lying.
I'm not a f***ing cartoon character.
I'm not saying like go like.
You've done the whole side lean, be like, wow, her ass, it's now vertical instead of horizontal.
No, but
Who does that?
Everyone's turned their neck to look at a butt. Anyways, you walk up to your urinal, and there's not enough slots to do the proper, the proper spacing of there has to be at least one urinal between you and another guy using the urinal.
There's a buffer zone.
That's a given. Like, if for those of you that don't know that, you're crazy. Maybe you've never used urinals, but you don't go stand next to someone if
Personal
you don't
space.
have to.
It's personal space.
Yeah.
It's anything. Any public space where there's seats or up slots.
So you happen to take a gander over, and you happen to
You're next to a
witness-
fella.
And a fella notices that you took a gander. Now,
Did you take a quick or a long gander?
it's a gander. Well, let's not get into the specifics of said gander.
Okay.
Is it better to compliment the fella or to pretend nothing happened?
But he knows that you did it.
Yeah.
So you're pretending that nothing happened and like,
Yeah, you saw the nature of this python someone's wielding with both hands, and you're like, oh my God. You gasp. You're just like, oh my God.
so you're saying playing it off cool, but still he clearly saw it.
Yeah.
Or acknowledging it. What
Yeah.
would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah.
In the moment?
What did you do?
What did I do? I don't know. I'm not one to toot another person's horn.
I thought you were going to say I'm not one to kiss and tell.
What'd you say?
The phrase is I'm not one to kiss and tell, but in this situation it's very gross.
Ew. No, I didn't do anything. What would you have done?
What do you mean you didn't do anything?
I did nothing. I pretended that I didn't the view was secured.
So you just looked over at a guy's dick and then he clearly saw that
way
you
to
looked.
put it plainly, brother.
Yeah, I'm putting it in plain English. You're beating around the bush. No pun intended.
I'm looking around the bush.
You're looking around the bush. And
I saw over the divider because the divider's too short.
yeah,
and
you saw over the hedge. You inquired his
something prevented
Zootopia.
me from being fascinated by the tiles 5 inches from my eyes that are in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
And I happened to peep a gander at this
You peeped
python.
his pecker.
Yeah, I peeped this pecker.
Yeah.
And I didn't
You
acknowledge
cited
it.
his sausage.
Are you cited his sausage?
Yeah, you looked at his linguine.
Sausage cider? Well, what would you do? What is a man to do in that situation? Is it wrong?
If I look down, like in a daze, in my like, I'm just thinking it, and my mind's in another place, and then I'm caught. And then I look up. We make eye contact.
You were caught. Guide.
You made eye contact with this guy. Sure.
I just thought of it.
I know it's a pun. I'll give you one because you don't do them very often. They're very good.
Yeah!
Very good. Oh my gosh, really good.
I get a star? Do I get a star?
You gotta. That's me.
No. Oh, it is. Fuck. None of them are. They're not.
It's the same person.
Go ahead.
Here's the full situation. You're looking at the urinal. There's a guy next to you.
Yeah.
You're just moseying your eyes along. You're in a daze. You're thinking about stuff. You look down at his dick. You notice his dick. Then you look up. You make eye contact with him. He knows you know. You know that he knows you know.
Yeah.
There's a whole
There's
system.
an unspoken tension in the air. It's palpable. I can
he
taste
sees
it.
your eyes flutter between his dick and his eyes and his lips, then his eyes again.
Oh, what? You're going like
Yeah.
you're eye the person at the urinal next to you. No, that is not what happened.
And then you're asking, what is the better choice?
Yeah.
To just turn.
What would you do, Corey?
What would I do?
Yeah.
If I just somehow got put in this horrible situation.
Somehow. This is not a horrible situation.
It's a pretty bad situation to be in.
Really?
Because like you can get beat up
You
in there.
didn't do anything.
You get beat up in there.
You didn't do anything.
You go to a football game, you get beat up in there.
No, what happens next determines whether you get beat up or not. Is the kindness of your heart to say nice bro?
Here's the thing. I would choose neither option if I was scared. If I was scared what would happen, here's what I would do. I would look at his dick, look up, make eye contact with the guy, and then I would say, oh, you should get that checked out of the doctor, and then leave.
I don't think that's a kind thing to say either.
It's not, but it diffuses the tension and makes it feel like I'm not.
Does it?
Yeah, I'm not admiring. I'm concerned, and there's a difference there. Because then he'll be like, "Whoa, what? Look at it again! Look at it again!
Then
Tell me
he
what's
might
wrong."
feel insulted.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's better to just like pretend nothing happened. Like he calls you out, like, "Why are you looking at my?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
See,
bro?
I'm saying if this happens at school. This happens at school all the time. If you like accidentally get in a situation where someone just yells and calls you out, now it's an embarrassing thing. Now they're all looking at you. If you're in the bathroom, a public bathroom, an airport bathroom, there's lots of people in there.
Listen.
If you accidentally look and then he calls you out, what are you doing looking at my dick, lil bruh? And then you have to now address the whole room, stand on your soapbox and be like, I'm sorry, I was just admiring the curve of your cock. No, that is horrible. You will get destroyed and swirled.
You might get saved there because you
might go to
complimented
jail.
the guy.
You might go to jail.
No, but, okay. For those that are vertically challenged and can't see over that divider,
It's not a seeing over. You can like bend back.
I'm not talking about bending back. I'm talking about seeing a vantage point from above.
You're bending it like Beckham. You're bending like Beckham, just looking over the side.
What are you gonna take back shots at the urinal?
Either way, you looked at it. I think the most diffusing thing you can do is look, gasp, like, you should get that checked out at a doctor. And then go. No questions asked. Now, he's not concerned that you looked. He's concerned that something's wrong. And that gives you a little escape.
What if you offer him to look back at yours?
What? Why?
Like, hey, I accidentally saw your wiener. Very nice. Would you like to inspect mine as well? We can check each other's homework.
I think you've now gotten to a situation where they're even more concerned. Why would you? What? You're going to flash random people?
You're not flashing. You're offering the ability to.
You're offering
witness.
to flash.
No, you're not flash. Okay, flashing is when you reveal something without a person's consent, and they have to see it. If you have something hidden behind a door, and you say, "Hey, you can take a peek if you want. Go ahead, bud," and they do, that's different.
I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
That's because you're stupid.
What would you do? You would compliment. You would compliment this man on his penis.
If I sense the tension is rising,
is it? Is that what you call your penis?
I would.
Tension?
Oh no!
Tension is rising.
No, I think I would. In this situation, I did nothing. And I think that's the right course of action.
So you're saying that you would just look and then look forward and hope to God that he doesn't say anything?
Yeah, and then you go, and then you walk away as soon as you're done pissing.
This man is not going to like you at all.
And that's okay. I'm not asking him to like me. I accidentally saw his penis.
Well, you're kind of asking him to like you when you look at his dick.
No, I'm not. It's an accidental. I happened to look that way and there was a penis there.
Oh, yeah. Next to the urinal. Accidentally. Yeah.
And then somehow...
He doesn't think it's accidental.
That's on him.
It's on him.
I'm tall, bro. I can't help it. I see down. I'm looking down. I saw extra.
Even the urinals that don't have dividers, like in high school.
That's fucked.
Even those.
Our high school urinals didn't have dividers?
Yeah.
Our
they
school
didn't
was so poor.
Dude, if they had dividers, those things would be ripped off the walls.
Yeah, use as weapons.
Exactly. There was stalls, toilet stalls with the doors ripped off. You think a urinal stall is going to stop them? No.
What's with America and having that fucking visible gap between the door and the wall?
It's so you can see that someone's in there and then make them uncomfortable.
Ew. I don't like
How else do you know that someone's taking a poop and it's occupied?
So I genuinely think the best course of action is to just listen, bud. Nothing happened here.
Listen here, partner.
We don't have to talk about this.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us. And speaking of what I just saw, it's definitely not big enough for you because you got a huge hog. All right, I'm out of here.
That's a good diffuser. If someone hit me with that, I'd be like, okay, you're good, bro. You passed.
You've offered tribute to the schlong. Good one. You're out.
Schlong tribute.
Yeah. I don't know.
What would you do if you saw a schlong?
You shaw?
If you saw a schlong.
I don't know.
All right.
I got one more question for you.
Go ahead.
And then I'll wrap this up. We're called That's Debatable. I got a debate. And I want to know your opinion.
Okay.
You know...
State your claim.
You know that having a hall pass in a relationship is a thing. Lots of relationships do this.
I wouldn't say lots of relationships do this.
Lots of relationships have this conversation.
Very limited... have the conversation.
Many relationships have the conversation. Okay. I would argue that a majority of relationships have had the conversation.
Okay, but don't have it.
At least in a ironic way.
Go on.
Do you actually go forward with it, or do you not? There's no explicit discussion that you should or should not. You're presenting the
debate. Do you have a side you'd like?
I would say that I do not think you should.
Well, I'll be damned. I guess you should.
The situation is you and your partner have had a conversation about hall passes, just who they would be. And one day you have the opportunity.
The situation presents itself.
You've not had the discussion that there's not been explicitly stated that you should not do it. You just said, who would your hall pass be? And you both agreed, yep, those are great hall passes. Now it's happened. You can't there's no time. You can't text your wife or call your wife or whoever and be like, hey, the hall pass, they're here. Call me back right away. And then wait.
I feel like if you both have hall passes that are of equal caliber and they're not like say your girlfriend's hall pass is Brad Pitt and you're like,
your hall pass is your neighbor? That's different.
You have a hot neighbor that you're like, yeah, that's my hall pass.
That's different. That's very different.
Hey, babe, I used my hall pass. No, that's no, but if your hall passes are of equal caliber, let's just use Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
To be a hall pass, it has to be a celebrity.
Yeah. I think that you're wrong to not use it because you've discussed it. You've been like, yeah, oh yeah, Chris Hemsworth's super hot. I'd him too. Haha. Yeah, if she happened to have the opportunity with Chris Hemsworth and she took it and we talked about hall passes.
I don't think you should. I think it's an ironic conversation that people have. It's not like a real thing. That's like, would you love me if I'm a worm? And then you're like, well, I guess I gotta get a worm ray, turn you into a worm to prove it.
I don't love you, step.
Yeah. No, I think if you say hall passes and stuff, you should then have the conversation specifically. Hey, how do you feel about open relationships? Specifically with a hall pass. Can I actually do this? But if you just have the conversation, you're going to end up having an uncomfortable conversation. Let's say you just brought it up. That's it. Who are your hall passes? And then one day you do it. You come home, already have done the deed. And your partner's like, what'd you do today? You look really good.
Fuck Brad Pitt.
And they're like, haha, nice one. And
fuck Brad Pitt. I got his pubes. Here you go.
Ew, what? Okay. No, it wouldn't be.
It
wouldn't be. It would be. Yeah.
Okay.
Where does that go from there? You think they'd be like, nice one, high five, buddy. Can you relive it for me? They wouldn't be happy. They wouldn't be a happy camper.
Wouldn't be happy. But you agreed on it, and if they had the opportunity,
No, you agreed on who it would be. I don't think it's an outright discussion. It's cheating.
I'm trying to play the devil's advocate on this, but I can't because I think hall passes are fucking stupid as in a monogamous relationship because that breaks the obvious contract of it. So I think it's fucking dumb.
I think it's silly.
I think it's a funny conversation to have. Like, yeah, if I could anyone else and we're in a monogamous relationship, it would be this person. But no, I don't think you should take it.
To me, it's just it's one of those core things that relationships do. Like when you're in it, you're just like, oh, let's talk about our hall passes. But no one ever really has the opportunity to do it, so no one ever thinks it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you really cross that.
I didn't
fantasy
think I'd
bridge.
make it this far.
Yeah. When it actually happens, it's like, whoa, where are we? That's it's not cool now. Because here's the thing: if you get your hall pass and it's just such a random stroke of luck, pun intended, then your partner now
stroke of luck.
Yeah, now your partner has to get their hall pass to make it even, but they're not going to find that person. If your hall pass was Brad Pitt and their hall pass was also Brad Pitt, now you have to wait until they find Brad Pitt again. Like,
no
hey,
team.
Hey, you my partner. Me back. Make it even. They're not going to find them.
Do you think a hall pass is stupid? I think it's really fucking stupid.
I personally think having a hall pass as a conversation starter is good just for the and gigs.
I think it's funny, yeah.
Just to say, honestly, it's just a way of telling them what your type is in a way.
Not really.
That's all it is.
Not really.
Yeah.
Because this person, if it's a celebrity and they're fairly attractive, or maybe they're not.
I wonder what your type is.
I don't think it's a type. I think
Yes,
it's just maybe it's a pipe dream because someone's obsessed with someone.
If you told someone, hey, my hall pass would be blank, I would assume that that's who you're interested in. So why would you choose someone that you're not attracted to?
There's people that are objectively beautiful. Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Very beautiful person.
But would she be your 1 to 3 hall passes? I don't know how many you get. Let's just say it's 3. You get 3 genie wishes. Would she make the list for you?
Sure.
What do you mean? Don't say sure. Would she?
I've never thought about it.
Yes, you have.
No.
You've mentioned other celebrities more than Megan Fox.
Who?
Dua Lipa.
Sydney Sweeney's hot.
Dua Lipa.
I think
Dua Lipa you've mentioned multiple times.
Yeah, as a joke, but I think I like Dua Lipa's music. She's attractive too. I don't know. I've never seriously ever even thought yeah, I'd do this. No, I think it's f***ing stupid.
Imagine
I also don't like giving a person supreme power of putting them on a pedestal of being yeah, this person is worth so much more.
They're worth one.
Everyone's worth one.
What if okay, imagine you're in a situation where you actually can do the hall pass. You get it. You both agreed you can do it. And then one day a celebrity comes to you and offers themselves to you. Opportunity presents itself, but it's not on your hall pass list. Can you make amendments?
Are they still beautiful?
Yeah, they're a celebrity that you're attracted to, but
Are
they
they
didn't make the
someone
list.
you would brag about at your deathbed saying, yeah, bang Mick Jagger.
Sure. But they weren't on your list originally. Can you make an amendment to your hall pass list?
Here's the one condition under which I think a hall pass would be okay. And that's if you've both used it at the same time. Not together, but on different people. If you came to some resort of special, I don't know, I can't even think of a scenario in which this would be possible. But if you could both use it at the same time, that way you're not each other over. Because I think if one person...
That's just swinging at that point.
Yeah, but swinging with a very unique person.
Very conditional swinging.
Yeah, conditional swinging. That's what a hall pass is. I think that's the only scenario.
It's a swing under construction.
Hall pass is cool. But if it's a one-way...
it's currently being built.
If it's a one-way hall pass, it's that's where I rest my case.
Well, it's not one way. You both have it. It's just that one person got the opportunity.
It's one way.
I'm just saying, if you are out there and you have hall passes, answer me this. Can you make an amendment to your hall pass, and does it require unanimous votes?
I think it's shitty and greedy to use a hall pass when you're the only party receiving it. Receiving the completion of it. Even if you both had an exact hall pass picked out. Let's say your girl picked Chris Hemsworth, you picked Megan Fox. And you happen to meet Megan Fox.
And you didn't pick my neighbor Lucy next door.
Yes.
And that's not a hall pass.
Hey, babe, I used the hall pass. Oh, you slept with Scarlett Johansson? Nah, Megan next door. Yeah, I f***ed her.
Yeah.
She's kind of hot.
I've been using my hall pass repeatedly. Between classes. I've just been going to the hall a lot.
Oh, fuck.
I'm on the side that hall passes just don't make sense to me. I wouldn't do it. And I think if you would do it, kind of like you're saying, it wouldn't be a hall pass anymore. Now it's a whole new thing. Like that's swinging if you do it at the same time.
Yeah.
If you don't do it at the same time,
which I think is probably fine.
if you don't do it at the same time, now it's an open relationship, just straight up. It's not a hall pass.
Yeah.
Like if you're in an open relationship, would you call it a hall pass? Sleep with someone else? Probably not. Just that's what it is now.
Yeah.
That's like after class in school, just being let out into the hall. You don't have a hall pass. You're just in the fucking hall.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, that's true. What do you guys think? Would you use a hall pass? Should you compliment someone's wiener if you accidentally see it at a urinal, or should you pretend it didn't happen? What do you guys think? Did you guys like the podcast? If you did, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton. And check it out on patreon.com/Nick and Corey, where you can see the full Uncut and Uncensored podcast a week before it goes on YouTube, and you get to see the exclusive Patreon segment.
Yep. And if you want to listen to us, you can go to Apple Music, Spotify, and Audible, link down below.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Comment, subscribe, say something funny in the comments. Do it.
We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.